The Premier League is finally back. No more dead international football to kill my views on this channel. Anyhow, that's besides the point. I've predicted a lineup here, as you can see, for the Tottenham game. So let me talk about the lineup and what I expect to see or predict to see. Now, Ederson, we don't need to talk about why we have a goalkeeper. De Bruyne, I will talk about in a second because you can see he's yellow. I'll talk about that in a minute. I think this is the most interesting thing to talk about because I believe most people will pick Savio over Grealish, and because I pick Grealish, I also pick Gundogan, and I'll explain that in a second as well. So Grealish, I've picked him because one, he's fit for once, so if he's fit, you might as well play him. Two, Feyenoord is not a 10-pot club. They might not be the same level as Liverpool or Tottenham, sure. But they're not a 10-pot club. We're gonna need some creative players to be fit against Feyenoord. I expect a lot of players will be rested in the Feyenoord game. Why? Because you can't play 3 games in a row, and Liverpool is a bit more important than Feyenoord. No disrespect intended to Feyenoord fans. So Foden, Doku, they might get rested against Feyenoord. Gundogan, if he plays this game, he might get rested, but Bernardo Silva is not very creative. Even Gundogan's creativity is limited, so we can't play against Feyenoord with all of the players that we play in this Tottenham game. You can play 2 games in a row as a player. 2 games in a row, that's fine. 3 games in a row, that starts becoming tough. So I think if we want Savio for the Liverpool game and we want some creative players left for the game against Feyenoord, that we have to keep Savio and Nunez out of this game, except for if you bring them on as a substitute for maybe 30 minutes, but we can't start them in my opinion. Now you can obviously say, okay, what if we start Savio and also Doku? Sure, that's fine. You can experiment with that, right? But the main idea is you need to keep one creative player out of this game so that you can play them against Feyenoord and against Liverpool. So that's why I've picked Grealish, even though I know people are probably thinking, oh, we're gonna play balls over the top, let's get fast wingers, Doku, Savio, they'll absolutely cook Tottenham, correct, but we still need to worry about future fixtures as well. So that's my reason for picking Grealish. Now, if I pick Grealish, I have to pick Gundogan, I believe, because if I play with Bernardo Silva here on the left as well, Silva has no creativity. Absolutely no creativity. He's just not a creative player. He's getting old, he's not as good as he used to be anymore. Creativity was never his strong suit, but now it's just non-existent. So you can't play with 2 uncreative players on the left side. Gundogan is not the most creative, but at least he brings more to the table than Bernardo Silva. So that's why I've chosen for Gundogan here on the left, and no, you can't force Foden down on that left-hand side here. It's the midfield, it's about the same, but it does matter, because when these players overlap with their wingers, as we often see with wingers cutting inside and midfielders overlapping, when that happens, you do want these players to be on their better foot, and you want to prioritize Foden to be on his better foot than the rest of the team, because Foden is the best player in the team, at least in the midfield. We can talk about Haaland later. So this is about something I'd expect. What I'm expecting is Tottenham is going to play a high line, because that's how they always play. They don't care, they just play like that, and maybe not the wisest, but oh well, his choice I suppose. He likes playing with high lines. I think we're going to just play balls over the top to Haaland, if we can. We've seen that a lot now with Ederson, where he just goes straight to Haaland. We've seen that a lot more with Man City, where they try to find Haaland immediately. I think whoever we have on that right hand side, be it Doku or Grealish, is going to make runs in behind. And if Matheus Nunez plays, he's decently fast. Let's assume he plays in midfield. He can also make some runs. We're going to pretty much run at the back line and try to counter, I believe. Now, of course, Man City likes to play on possession. We always will. But I think that our goal will probably come, or at least our first goal will probably come from a ball over top. Once we get a first goal, I think we're going to start hammering them. I'll predict Depends on who gets the first goal, really. I think if we get the first goal and we get it within 30 minutes, I think it's gonna be 3-0. If Tottenham gets the first goal, I still think we'll win, but I think it will be a lot closer, maybe 2-1, 3-2, something like that. So that's my opinion on the game. Tell me if you agree, disagree, tell me what you think down below. And what you think about playing Savio or Doku, or Grealish for that matter as well. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, helps the channel out a ton. And finally back with Premier League football. My god, international football is so shit, isn't it? I'm not gonna go on tangents again. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.